one day, and it might be not so long ago, but one day to see Ethiopian airline right there, number one in the world. All right. Number one and I believe it is possible, because if you have people who are determined, who are committed, and who are ready to give everything they get, to give everything for the continent, for the countries, and for the whatever company, then I believe we'll see transformation. So hey, what up, everybody? Welcome back to SNOA, and this is Mika Chavala. It's been a moment, but it's good to be here. Appreciate everybody who is joining. If you're new to this family, you all know what to do. Subscribe, like, share these videos, turn on notification button so that you may get notification every time we upload the first videos. You can also feel free if you'd like to support us. You know, we have Swahili Nation store, all right, in all of our videos, but also we have memberships here on YouTube. We have Patreon, we have PayPal. All the links are in the description. You can just click one of them and can support us however you can. Guys, I have updates here in Africa. And you all know, when you see my face, you got to know that something pretty serious, and I need to actually make time for it. So yeah, we have an update on Ethiopian Airlines. We all know what is the best airline in Africa right now on the continent. It's Ethiopian Airline. This is the pride of Ethiopian people, but as well as Africans, because this is one of the airlines that actually is competing internationally with other flights. One of the scenario that I really remember is during COVID-19. During COVID-19, Ethiopian Airline was one of the airlines that it was doing pretty good in transporting medical equipment, such as masks and some other stuff. They were actually taking some masks from South Korea all the way to United States. This is one of the airlines that did the best work. It was even awarded, you know, by doing that in the entire world. So this is one of the prides of Africa. I'm not saying it's the only, but I'm saying it's one of the prides of Africa. All right. Ethiopian Airline received Africa's first Airbus A350-1000. I'm going to tell you a little bit later what is that airline if you don't know. Addis Ababa, November 5th, Ethiopian Airlines, the biggest carrier in Africa, received the first passenger plane in Africa named Ethiopia Land of Origins from Airbus company in ceremony held in Toulouse. I think I got the pronunciation right? Toulouse, France. This brand new aircraft is going to arrive at Addis Ababa Bole International Airport today on 5th of November. It means it is already arrived. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, in his address to the parliament last week, disclosed that Ethiopia has already embarked on building a mega airport. This new airport is projected to have the capacity to serve 130 million passengers each year. Wow. Which is more than 4 times the current capacity of Bole International Airport. If you've been to Bole International Airport, I think you can agree with me. Bole International Airport is one of the biggest airports in the continent. And if they're going to build 4 times more than that, perhaps it might be the first biggest airport in the continent. I'm not sure. I'm going to need to do research and come back to you guys. The premier also pointed out that Ethiopian Airlines has ordered 124 new modern planes. 124. Dang. It's growth that will continue to be universal. Wow. To this effect, the delivery of Africa's first Airbus A350-1000 is now considered a historical move to Ethiopian Airlines. It is also a step that signifies both the airline's growth trajectory and its commitment to operating one of the most modern flights on the continent. The aircraft will join Ethiopian growing fleet of Airbus A350-900s and Boeing 787 Dreamlines, both known for fuel efficiency and long-haul capacities. It was land. The A350-1000 variant A larger and more powerful version of A350 family can accommodate up to 395 passengers across business and economy classes, with a more extensive business section than Ethiopian existing wide-body configuration. This makes Ethiopian Airline not only the largest fleet owner in Africa, but also a facility with a huge airport. All right, guys. So this flight A350-1000, actually, its impressive range and fuel efficiency are key attributes for airlines. So these are one of the qualities of this airline. It allows carriers to operate efficiently on long haul routes while reducing environmental impact. The spacious cabin layout combined with modern amenities ensures passengers have a memorable travel experience. Airbus, So these are one of the qualities of this airline. And just mind you, this is the very first airline in the continent to come, A350-1000. I had no idea, but this is the milestone of Ethiopian Airline and Africa in general. And I mean, as African that have been using Ethiopian Airline for a long time, I can affirm and confirm that this is pretty good deal. One of my favorite things in Ethiopian Airline is food. I think food is really good. It's really amazing. And I think I've rode so many times. At this time, I think I should have like silver or something. You know what I'm saying? I've rode so many times, but you know, my Sheba Mars is still a little bit low. I think I'm still in blue. I'm not even in silver, but maybe you guys can upgrade me a little bit. But well, this is a success. I always say this success to Ethiopia is success to Africa as well. And Ethiopian Airline has been in the front line to show how service should be done, how service should be conducted. All right. There's a lot of things going on in the continent. But one of the things, if you go to any African countries, they'll tell you this, that if you want to go to another country within the continent or even outside of the continent, use the Ethiopian Airline. It's one of the airlines that everybody uses. And I had a privilege to go to Zambia, and I've seen the collaboration or partnership between Ethiopian Airline and the Zambian Airline. The same thing to other countries as well in the continent that try to merge their support and their partnership. The same thing I've seen to Zanzibar. Zanzibar, they did not merge here in Tanzania, but they actually call expertise from Ethiopian Airline to come to train the people here how to run our own airlines as well. So I think this is the good model of how African airline should be. And I always say this, that I think we need to have African Union Airline, the airline that belongs to all Africans that we support. And I think we can really look at the Ethiopian Airline, how they run and how they do their things, and actually run as well, the Pan-African Airline. And another thing that I gotta say, man, I know a lot of people in Ethiopian Airline who works there. Some of them used to be the branch manager of here in Tanzania. In Uganda, I know my brother in Uganda was there, and I met up with him. And shout out to him, by the way. His name is Beza. Is one of the good guy. I love that guy. How is this guy? I forgot his name. What is his name? This is not good. This is not good. I forgot his name. This guy. Yeah, Abi. He was actually in Zambia, Abi. Right now he's not there anymore, but he's one of the great guy. We did a lot of business together. But also, Miratab. There's another brother called Miratab in South Korea. I just realized recently that he has been moved. I don't know where he is at. I'm looking for him. So if you see this and you know Miratab, please let me know. He used to be a branch manager in Korea, Ethiopian Airline. One of the very smartest guy. He has great vision for the company. But one thing that I can say is this, that I know a lot of people and I've met a lot of people, and everyone I know, when they get promotion to Ethiopian Airline, they're actually scared. And most of them, they reject to be promoted. Do you know why? Not because they don't want to work, not because they don't want money or a little bit increase of the salary, but because of the responsibility and accountability. People who are working for Ethiopian Airlines, they work so hard. It's a service. It's not a pleasure work that you get paid a lot of money. Yes, they receive good money, but it's a service. It's a lot of work, too much pressure, because this is one of the very best airlines in the continent and in the world as well. So there's a huge pressure in any leader that is supposed to stay there, maybe in the headquarters, to run this company. So everybody, I was surprised. I was like, man, if I've been promoted, I will go and do that work with everything I got. But most of these people, they really do their work, but the expectation of this airline is just too high. Yes, they try to reach every single day, but this shows you how accountable these people are and how they want one day, and it might be not so long ago, but one day to see Ethiopian airline right there, number one in the world. All right. Number one and I believe it is possible, because if you have people who are determined, who are committed, and who are ready to give everything they get, to give everything for the continent, for the countries, and for the whatever company, then I believe we'll see transformation. So shout out to Ethiopian Airline, and we celebrate you here at Swahili Nation. We've always been with you guys. So we celebrate you. Kudos to the first A350-1000 Airbus that came to Africa for the very first time. I wish you all prosperity, and hopefully one day I'll be able to ride that plane. All right. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think, guys, about this airline, and let me know what you think about the success of Ethiopian Airline. And if you have any ideas, if we want, because we want to be number one airline in the whole entire world, let us know what should we do to get that number one. You've been let's say a lot of planes. I've rode Emirates, I've rode Qatar, I've rode a lot of Asian airlines. All right. What is the difference between them and Ethiopian Airline? And what do you think Ethiopian Airlines should improve in order for us to get that number one in the whole world? I think these will be constructive suggestions, and our people from Ethiopian Airlines will be watching this video and learn from you guys. I love you. I'll see you very soon. See you in Ethiopian Airlines. Bye-bye.